Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So glad you could make it. Pisces, we're going to take a look at what's going on for you. So let's get into your reading. Pisces, your overall theme is you do have loss. So you've taken a hit in some area or areas, Pisces. Now, you also there's a need for you to watch your back. You also have stormy weather. So for some of you, where you're located, the weather is funky and it's stormy and it's, chaotic. For others of you, stormy weather is you experiencing some difficulties, some problems in your world, in your circumstances, or with regard to what is attached to loss here. You also have move. So for some of you, this is around you having to find yourself to need to relocate from where you are to someplace else. Perhaps this is something you didn't want to do. It's just happening to you. But there's something to do with a move or some move that's going to be made or is happening. Clarifying move is you have conflict. So there's a struggle or issue with the move you make or the move someone else make or with a move or in a particular connection. You also have relationship. So for many of you, this loss, this need to watch your back, this stormy weather of difficulties is regarding a relationship that for some of you, you may be experiencing the conflict of trying to see some movement with that relationship, or someone is moving out of a connection, or you're trying to see what move needs to be made with regard to a relationship where there's conflict. Now, clarifying relationship is you have skill. So someone is lacking skill or expertise or experience with regard to a connection or relationship. And you also have, I'm a sex addict. So this could have to do for some of you around someone being a sex addict. And for some of you, there's an issue where there may be not enough sex in this situation, because someone may lack skill or expertise, or the interest to gain skill or expertise, or there's a problem with someone's performance. You also have confusion. It's a 47 breaking down to an 11. For me, that talks about justice, and breaking down 11 to a 2. This is also talking about the high priestess. So some of you, there's some confusion with the ability to get balance or to have something done fair or get the right thing to happen. And there may be some trust issues here, or you are following your intuition, or there may be some secrets, or there may be a mystery around this. I mean, you do have confusion, so there's definitely mystery, right? And you also have discovery, which is a 3 for me, that talks about the Empress. So with discovery here and the moon, some of you are going to discover something. You're going to realize something, or with discovery, you're trying to explore something, but with the focus on how to nurture it, how to make it positive, what to give or what you need to receive in a situation. A focus on needing to be creative about what's happening here in order to shift it towards a more positive standpoint. And so take those messages as they resonate. Now, these messages may or may not pertain to the rest of your reading that we're about to do now, where I'm going to use the Celtic cross. Okay? Spirit, what does Pisces collective need to know about? What does the Pisces collective need to know about? For many of you, there's a relationship focus. For others of you, there's a focus on a move, relocating, perhaps wanting to relocate or finding you have to. Or you want to see movement with something, or you're trying to see how to make moves. But the theme is around loss. So there is some sort of loss, disappointment. You're taking a hit, perhaps around a relationship or with a move. But there's conflict and confusion. And it will be due to perhaps for some of you a discovery or your exploration on a matter. Threes also talk about risk. Creativity, possibilities, the threshold of something, nurturing something. And 47 breaking down to 11, it talks about you may be focusing on trying to take something in a new path, or a new path is you're trying to see about going into a new path, or there's a problem with a new path. It also talks about your vision, your investigation, the variables in the situation. And with it breaking down to a 2, there may be a choice involved, or there may be some indecision, or you may be having a matter concerning what needs to be offered, or you're looking at the scope of something or focusing on how to balance it, or there is a focus on commitment or the lack thereof. So we're going to take a look, Pisces, at what other messages is coming through for you. And this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter and Mercury sign placements. Okay, I think we're about ready. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let me just line this up a bit. Okay, let's get into this. You ready, Pisces? This is already juicy. You have the 9 of Wands for what's at the center. Your challenge is the 6 of Swords. At the root, your focus is the 7 of Swords. In the recent past, the Chariot. What's on your mind and your crowning thoughts that you're thinking about is the 8 of Wands, but also hoping for. In the future, you do have the 6 of Wands. Your attitude is the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands. How you're being seen is the 7 of Pentacles. Your hopes, your fears is the World. And your likely outcome is the Lovers. The overall energy is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's begin. You may also feel at a loss, Pisces. as well. You may feel at a loss about something. So your overall energy and focus is this Queen of Wands and Seven of Swords. So if you take a look at this Queen of Wands, she's sitting here. She's not even holding her wand. She's looking out in the window. This is her overall energy, and her focus is the Seven of Swords. So Pisces, this is either you or you're dealing with someone embodying the Queen of Wands energy, which would be a fire sign, or just someone embodying that energy. But as an energy with this Queen of Wands, this here is focusing on what you want to create, how you want to assert yourself, what it is that you want to pursue and achieve. The Queen of Wands here is looking at how to escape something or how to strategize, because she looks like she's sitting there pondering things, right? The Queen of Wands is also very assertive, has a lot of drive and tenacity. She has a lot of charm and charisma. But this Queen of Wands seems to be just kind of chill, right? As if she's pondering her next move. So you may be in a calm state of meditating on what you want to do to escape something. With the Seven of Swords here, this may be, that loss that you're experiencing where something is being taken from you, or perhaps you may be thinking negatively, or there could be some sort of sabotage or trickery. And perhaps this is where you are focusing on watching your back, on making sure you're not taking advantage of, or trying to ensure someone doesn't get away with something, or something doesn't get away from you. And I feel like this is you more in the planning phase of what actions to take. Now, some of you, something you're in pursuit of, you're having trouble with this Seven of Swords, of achieving or strategizing your ability to see movement with it. So, in the recent past, you do have the Chariot. So for some of you, Pisces, there was or is a focus on a Cancer individual. This Chariot in the recent past was you moving forward. You trying to overcome obstacles, to navigate, to steer something here, to get control of something. This is having a focus, or needing, or in the recent past, needing focus with your goals. This was goals. And so where you're at now, or what's at the center, is this Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords. So this is you focusing on how to persevere and move to calmer waters with something that you're experiencing some sort of loss with the Seven of Swords, or that's at a loss to you on how to see a way to move it forward or to escape it. Now, what's on your mind and hoping for is this Eight of Wands. So you want movement, but I also feel that you don't want to be blocked from the movement that you want to make. And this could be where you feel at a loss. But you want progress with something that you have a focus on. In the future, you do have the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands, this is you experiencing some sort of victory or acknowledgement or recognition here. But it's as if you are trying to ensure victory, or someone's trying to ensure victory towards you. Your attitude is the Page of Wands. So you're looking to see how to go in a new direction by seeing what you can discover or explore with regard to being able to escape something or not be taken advantage of, or with what it is that you want to see movement with, or that there's some sense of loss here or difficulties. How you're being seen is the Seven of Pentacles. So you're being seen as trying to work on something, trying to assess and put in the energy and effort, but I feel that you're getting some sort of resistance here. There's a lot of fire and air energy here. So there's a focus on your thoughts, your communication, your planning, as well as your actions, your driving your will. You may be also losing your will for something. You also may be feeling very sensitive about something. Something may be very delicate for you. But in this Seven of Pentacles, it's like either you're being resisted with what you are evaluating or trying to work on and see a return with, or you are doing this towards someone else. So there's a struggle with the investment. It's how you're being seen. Your hopes and fears is the World. So you're hoping to bring something to a close, to have something come full circle, to attain success here, to get completion. But your likely outcome is the Lovers. And so with the Lovers, there may be a focus on a Gemini. But the Lovers is talking about there's a need for you to make a head over heart decision. There's a need for a choice with the Lovers. There also could be issues around passion. The Lovers is also saying that there's a need for you to focus on having inner balance, or there may be a focus on a particular commitment, or with the Lovers here, there is a focus on a relationship. Your happiness or unhappiness in that relationship, but needing to make a decision. But if you take a look at this particular Lovers, there's two people, but one person is standing. So there may be something, a connection or situation you're trying to hold up, but you're doing it by yourself. And there may, or there's a decision around whether or not you're going to hold up something by yourself, because someone that you're dealing with in terms of a commitment, you may be at a loss with or having conflict with, because they may be half-assed with you. And I say that because with the Lovers here, you see this person, the female, it's only half of her here, the top half. You don't see another set of legs. It's just a torso and upper part, right? So there's some issue with a connection or decision that feels either one-sided or some lack is around it, or there's a need to be supported here with the Lovers at a time that there is some loss, or that you're at a loss for something, or with who you're dealing with, or what this is around. It's as if there's some sort of handicap around this situation. Something is a hindrance with a choice or your ability to get in balance, or around a relationship. I do feel, Pisces, that many of you want to be acknowledged or recognized here, and you may be struggling to get that. For some of you. But there is a lack of expertise or skill here. There's an air of inexperience, either on your part or who you're dealing with. But there's a need to make a balanced decision and be mindful that the decision that you make may weigh more on you or weigh more on someone else or another factor. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Lovers. Let's use this one. Spirit, thank you. What is the Lovers? Clarify the Lovers, please. What is the Lovers as the outcome for Pisces collective? What is the Lovers? What is the Lovers for Pisces? Clarify the Lovers for Pisces, please. Thank you. So, Pisces, on the Lovers, you have brazenness. So this is about boldness. Having the boldness to make a decision and not be half-assed with your decision or choice, or if it's pertaining to someone else in a relationship, someone else needing to have more boldness or not be half-assed in their connection with you. But this is brazenness, looking to have boldness here, or there's issues with having boldness in this situation. Underneath that is communication. So there may be issues around communication, or there needs to be more communication, or there needs to just be some communication here, because you're having trouble with being able to move on. And this could be to do with the move. You do have 2 6s here, actually 3 6s here, and 6s speak to comfort, harmony. 6s also speak to needing to overcome obstacles, or needing compassion or to show compassion, needing assurance in a situation, or there's a focus on generosity here. You also have 1, 2, 3 7s. And 7s is a very spiritual number and also about manifestation. But 7s speak to trying to address or deal with some sort of upheaval or conflict, or there's issues in connections. There may be a matter of issues around the ability to do something, or having the confidence, or there's issues with the encouragement or the ability to sustain or show discretion or get progress. And so this Queen of Wands, she looks a little bit spent, like, she's out of fuel, or she's planning. Underneath that Queen of Wands, there's the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, you may be stuck about what you're pursuing or wanting to achieve. And it may be around a connection, but there's some difficulties, some conflict here, because either you lack the expertise or someone else is lacking expertise, or there's just a need for more skill and experience here. So let's take a look at what some guidance here is for you, Pisces. Spirit, what is the guidance for Pisces? Can we have guidance, please, for Pisces with these energies? What is the guidance, please? So there's a need to focus on how to recover from loss, or see if there's a way for you to avoid loss. Because there is something that you're fighting with this Knight of Wands, this Nine of Wands. There's something that you're fighting, or you may be getting pushed back with. That you want to move the situation from whatever negative issues or matters surrounding it. You want to move to shifting it from negative to positive. Now, your guidance is the one who radiates knowing, ambition, and confidence. So this is you lacking confidence with something, Pisces, and there's a need for you to have more confidence here, because this Queen of Wands doesn't look like she has the drive, the will, or the determination, right? Or that she's spent it, or doesn't know how to use it, or needs to find it, right? It's almost like you feel at a loss for something, that you may have or are about to give up on something because you feel like something's escaping you. Or this may be you self-sabotaging with the way that you're thinking about the situation. Or someone may be taking advantage of you, or you may feel that they are. And you may need to communicate or take some sort of action, and swiftly, to identify and target the situation. But you're either on the defense, or someone is on the defense with you. So there's a need to focus on getting the ambition, becoming bold, making a decision to be bold, brazen, with something that for now you may feel at a loss, or that you have experienced a loss with, and perhaps to do with a relationship or a particular connection. For some of you, there's issues around sex, and you need to speak up. For some of you, with this Seven of Swords, this may be issues about lies and cheating and manipulation. But there's a need for you to clear away the confusion and see how you can shift this or recover from it. But there's some sort of victory available in the future, or some sort of acknowledgement or recognition of something will occur. And then you have a choice to make, where there's a need to be brazen, to be bold, and not half-ass, or with who you're dealing with, to not be half-ass and to be bold instead. Now, this could be concerning a contract, but this is a union, whether it's for some, well, it just feels like this is a actual, relationship that you're involved in with someone with regard to love. This could be around business, but if you're dealing with somebody who's a sex addict, and they're behaving this way towards you, or there's issues here, you better be careful. And I also feel that, sex addict is also saying to be careful about being impulsive, or the impulsive actions of somebody else. I hope these messages help. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.